Now the second subtask of the JSON data processor project, we're going to be actually viewing the data which we loaded in the previous subtask. That is, you have to print it out in a particular format. And for the objectives for this particular subtask, we have to complete the viewStudents function. And the viewStudents function should achieve the following. That is, it should load the student data from the file using loadData function which we wrote. And then after that, it has to check whether or not the data which has been loaded is empty. That is, if the JSON file is empty. And if it's empty, we're going to print out no student records found. And then we're going to exit out of the function. Or else we're going to iterate through each and every object present in the JSON array object, that is each and every student record, and then we're going to print out these particular values for each student records, and we have to print it out in this structured format. Coming to the code, let's look at the viewStudents function. And in the viewStudents function, first we're going to call the loadData function, and we're going to store it in the students object, which is of type JSON array. And if students is empty, that is students contains no data, then we're going to print out no student records found, and we're going to return out of the function. And if it is not empty, then we're going to print out student records, and this for loop is going to iterate from 0 until the length of the students JSON array, that is until the length of the student records. So over here we are running the loop, and in the next line we're getting the object at which we are iterating through. For example, for I equal to 0, that is the first iteration, we are going to be getting the first object present in the JSON array, that is the first student record. After storing that in the student variable, then we're going to print out ID, and then we're going to print out the actual value of ID using student.getInt ID. So let's say instead of ID I gave age, then it would actually print out the age of the student record. And after that we're going to print out a comma, and similarly we're going to be printing out name, age, department, year, CGPA and email. And after that we're going to come out of the for loop, and that's it for this function. And the main function is the same as the previous subtask. Let's just run this code once. So let me give view all students. So you can see we have printed out all the student records in proper formatting as they have given. Let's just submit this code once. So we passed both the test cases. Let's move on to the next subtask.